Hello all. So I'm driving back from picking up a check at a township for my job, and something occurred to me as I'm passing these places. Dollar Tree. Kind of still $1 because it's $1.25, but they also have, I don't know about the Dollar Trees where you all are from or listening from. They have now 2, 3, maybe 4, I'm not sure, and $5 items at the Dollar Tree. So kind of does go along with it. I wish they would have maybe kept the dollar items at $1, because dollars, not $1.25. Some people are like, it should be the $1.25 store. It's not called the dollar store, it's called the Dollar Tree. And most people do go, I'm going to the dollar store. So, $1.25. So, not so terrible. But when you're buying 4 items, it's now $5, where it used to be $4, so $1 more. Okay, if you say so. Then Five Below. Not Five Below anymore, because it's $5.55. So that one really doesn't ring true. Five Below. Or I don't know, it could be, is it called 5 Below? Or I don't know. But it's really not. So I love these signs. It says, don't take a vacation in the left lane. Move over. True. The one I don't, it doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't sit like it flows with me, is the one that says, don't drive drunk. You'll have summertime sadness. I don't know. I don't get that one. But so it made me think how expensive things are. Especially now, my son getting married. I paid, I want to say, $45 or $47 a person. Now we're talking back in 1993 when I got married. Yeah, 93 when I got married. And people are paying like $300 a person. Like, that is insanity. And my son wants something like in a hall and a buffet, and I think that'll just fabuloso. I'm gonna help as any way I can. They have done, they're both turning 30, and so they're doing engagement / 30th birthday to celebrate their engagement, and both of them turning 30. And it's lobster theme, even though she doesn't eat lobster or any seafood, because on their dating app, my son said Ross looking for his Rachel, and her profile picture was her with this, like, get over, go, idiot. Holy shit. Sorry. The lane ended for this guy. I slowed down, and then he just like stops. Thank God no one was coming. You can't just stop. The speed limit is 65 on this road. And I was doing 55, and I slowed up so he could get in, and then the dope just stops. Can't just do that on a highway when the speed limit is 65. Oh my God. So her profile picture was her with this lobster claw, and it said looking for my lobster, because those that don't know the Friends reference, which my friends don't, they don't get me and my children's Friends obsession. Lobster in Friends, Phoebe goes, oh, he's your lobster. And she's like, lobster's made for life. I guess that's a thing. So it was funny that my son put Ross, and this is, if you don't know, my son was with his girlfriend 3 years. She found out she's pregnant. They have a baby. And then she basically leaves him for another woman. And then now she's married to her. And Ross, his wife leaves him for another woman. Leaves their marriage. My son wasn't married, but. And then the woman and Ross's wife and the woman that she's married to. Carol's the wife. Susan is, Carol's Ross's ex-wife, and Susan is Carol's new wife. And they share Ben. It's not a lot in the show, but enough, here and there. And so, just like my son was sharing custody, and he was single, and then eventually ends up with Rachel, but so that's hence the reason Ross looking for my Rachel, and her lobster looking for her lobster, and she, friends. So they even had her profile picture. Well, it might have changed now that they're engaged. I'm not sure. I'm bad. I don't really pay too much attention to people's profile pictures. And people say, so and I'm like, sorry. Didn't notice they changed their profile picture. I didn't notice what their profile picture was. But hers was last 4th of July or Labor Day. I'm not really sure. They all had lobster claws, even the baby and Juliana, and they took a picture with all of them with their lobster claws on their hands. So I thought that was cute. So I'm glad they're doing low key. These really expensive, outrageous weddings are just insanity. They really are. I mean, to spend all this money, and my sister, her husband's nephew got married, and wasn't even a year, and they were done. And it was kind of like nobody said anything. They just kind of saw like separate, like no one, his brother didn't tell him or nothing. And I was just like, wow. And so whatever. It seemed, and that's why I was very adamant about my son reaching out to people rather than just putting it on Facebook. And once he told certain people, then I'm like, all right, I'm going to share the news with certain people I know. And even because they're on Facebook, and I didn't want them to find out on Facebook. And I did forget my one friend to text her. I was like, oh shit, never text her. So I text her today. So I feel bad. I hope she didn't find out some other way. Because, oh my God, look at the deer. Looked like he was chasing the butterfly on the side of the road. You know why? There's so many deer that, because we're building everywhere. We're taking away their homes. Like, just insane. And people are, people are like, oh my God, they're building everywhere, they're ruining they are, but they're selling, or they're, if they're building apartment complexes, or condos, the condos are selling, the houses are selling, the apartments are being rented. We are very populated. And I've been thinking more and more and more about moving out of New Jersey and somewhere else more affordable, and not far, because I really don't want to go far from my children and grandchildren, but I don't know, it's just so, oh my gosh. And my my niece and her husband, who got married in March, live in Tennessee. And it seems everybody's moving to Tennessee. That's the new hotspot. And Knoxville, supposedly the number one. So, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to move too far from my children. And then I was thinking maybe into Pennsylvania, because it is cheaper. And my daughter is very serious. They want to move to North Carolina. And that's like, and it's right inside, I think it's like an 8-hour drive. So to me, that if I could find something in that area when they move in like 6 years. So when I'm 65 and I'm 59 now. I'm like, did I miss my exit? I'm talking and not paying attention. But this road that I'm on, it's 287 in New Jersey. And it is just so many trucks. Because the trucks at this point can't go on the parkway. There is a point down south, and I'm not sure about north, that they can go on the parkway. But, it's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So, I don't know. And so, as you all know, I'm back on Facebook dating. And I started talking to this guy last week. And we were like chatting it up. He's like, oh, you want to exchange numbers? We're talking, everything. And he's like, oh, well, we had some storms here this last week. And this week, too. What is these idiots doing? Beeping. I don't know who you're beeping at. And so he's like, oh, I want to cut the lawn and clean up the debris from, the storm, the rainstorm. And I was like, okay. So, because I said, oh, I'm home if you want to talk. And didn't hear from him again. This other guy, I don't know what the hell he was trying to say, but his typing skills are horrible. His proofreading, like, hello, didn't even try to correct it. And I think what he was trying to say, do you prefer to text? But it was, do PRDECABLE or APLE or something. And it was TCXT. And I'm like, oh dear God. And I was like, I put a question mark. And then he goes, or phone call. So I'm like, can you not read? That is horrible. Horrible. Even to say, oh, sorry, autocorrect. Well, he obviously doesn't have autocorrect because it would have had something way different. Those were not even words. So I was just like, holy hell. Like, oh my God. So I said, I was like, it's, text for now, it's late. And so then he texts me, he's like, hi. And I think his name was John. John, yeah. Hi, it's John. No, hi, it's me from Facebook. And I'm like, Facebook app or something like that. And I'm like, hi, John. It's Terry. Like, get the hint, dude. And then this one guy goes, how you be? And that's usually scammers. And I said, I'd be fine. Like, if you're gonna text stupid shit, how you be? Instead of how are you? And it translates horribly when they're scammers and they're from another country with another language. And so I was just like, oh my God, how you be? And if you are from this country, oh my God. And this one guy, it came up New York, but within a reasonable distance. And some are Staten Island. So he seemed nice. He liked me, so I liked him back. And then he said, we're chatting, and he's like, oh, you're in New Jersey? And I'm like, yes. He's like, I'm in Brooklyn. Something Heights, Brooklyn, or something like that. And or Queens. I'm not even, I don't even know, because there was someone from Queens and someone from Brooklyn. And then he said, I said yes, and I gave him where I'm from, and he's like, oh, I think we're far from each other. Well, dude, why did you like me to begin with? I don't understand it. I thought, like I said, there's guys that are, and I'll say, when they say, it says in New York and they like me, I'll like them back if I like them, and then I'll say, we're in New York, and if they say Staten Island, okay. Well, why did you like me if you're not from freaking within a distance and we're too far? Did you not see it's on my profile, where I'm from? I'm like, oh my God. And then there's like 5 guys that, liked me. I liked them back. And I even sent the message, hey, how's your day? And this one guy goes, every day is a good day you're on earth. And I was like, and you? I go, I'm good. Didn't hear from him again. And it's like, okay. And listen, I was raised Catholic. I believe in God, well, a higher being. But this one guy, right off the bat, he's like, I am a God-fearing man, and a lot of those are scammers too. And I'm like, the Lord is my number one above all, and whatever. He went on and on and on, and unmatched with him. And what cracks me up is a lot of these scammers write that I am a God-fearing man, the Lord is, number one in my life, or the Lord is this, or the Lord. And I'm like, you're a freaking scammer. No, you are not a religious person. You're trying to scam money. Oh my God. So I just cannot with people. Cannot. And Kenny, not. Like, I guess he has, I understand that he is, because he's on call this week. Oh, I don't know if I told you this. So, because of Frank or whatever, and he says, I said, are we going to talk? Are we going to talk? And he's like, I'm on call this week. I go, is that a yes or a no? And he goes, yes. So I said, okay. Like, I don't get it. And not in touch. So how sorry really are you? And how much do you really want to talk to me? Because if you really did, pick up the freaking goddamn phone and call me. Say, hey, can you talk at this time? Or like I said, the only reason I'm entertaining this, and my friend who was good friends with Frank is kind of like, I don't even know why this is being drawn out like this. I understand, like, I don't understand why you're even talking to, like, entertain. Hurtful people should understand. Like, he sounded very depressed. And I don't know what, and when he said, you don't even begin to know what I'm dealing, or you don't know what I'm dealing with. And no, I don't, because you haven't shared. And if it's something really stupid, I'm going to be like, listen, this is why I agreed to hear you out. And the one thing I'm very disappointed in this relationship with him is because the guy I'm trying to forget, that kind of, he broke up with the girlfriend, and I don't know, just, we haven't had another dinner. And since March, mid to end of March, I think at the end of March. Yeah, it was after my endoscopy. So after that. So I'm like, so the end of March. I think the 23rd. Could be wrong. I don't know. I don't even remember. But I know it was after my endoscopy, which was March 13th. Oh, excuse me. And I'm just like, oh, excuse me. I'm just like, are you kidding me? Are you seriously? Oh, God. I don't know. All of a sudden, I'm coughing my brains out. Yeah, so April, May, June, July, 4 months now, and I'm just so over it. I'm so done. I'm just so done. But Kenny, I didn't even think of him when I was with Kenny. Like, whether it be, wherever we went, whatever we were doing, I didn't think of him. And I was like, oh, this could be the person that helps me just forget about him. Maybe this is Frank, I didn't even think, Jesus Christ. Frank, I didn't even think twice about anything more with the guy I'm trying to forget. So I just don't know. So that's what I'm disappointed about. Sorry, I don't know, and I don't have water. I finished my water. This heat is killing my lungs, and it's in the 90s. I mean, it's not 101, 106 when I get in my car, but so I'm not yawning. I'm just coughing today, and I could feel it in my lungs. And I did use my inhaler yesterday, and my lungs felt better, but I hate using it because it's albuterol and it makes me shaky and gives me a headache, because shortly after doing my inhaler, I had to then take Tylenol. With my new meds, I cannot take Advil, ibuprofen, Aleve, any of that, only Tylenol, which really sucks. So, oh, excuse me. Well, I'm almost back to the office, so I don't know. Thank you, people who listen and deal with my yawning, deal with my coughing, deal with all my different things as I talk. But yeah, so dating, someone had commented, dating stinks or sucks, and it does. It is the worst at this stage of our lives. Oh my God. I'm happy, my son met his now fiance on a dating app. My daughter met her boyfriend on a dating app, and I know my daughter's friend met her boyfriend, who they're now living together and been together for some time, on a dating app. So there is hope. There is hope. I met Frank on a dating app. I met Steven on a dating app. I did meet the guy I'm trying to forget on a dating app, which he will never admit to. And I didn't know why he wouldn't, I was like, what is the big deal? I know he's a private person, but, and come to find out, the reason is because the one he broke up with kind of considers that they were together when he was on the dating app. Although he was not committed. I don't think he was. Well, I think at some point he was committed to her. But, oh my gosh. Speed limit drops from 50 to 40 here. It's 50 and then boom, 40. And people hate it and are up my ass, even though I'm doing 45. I dropped from 55 to, go around me. Freaking, girl. Whatever, girly. And so, But yeah, dating really, really sucks. And I have to hold out hope. And I really need to go to more events, my singles group. But again, money is... I have like $8 and change in my checking account. And I have been going to Sprouts. If anybody has a Sprouts by them, I don't know if they do it there, but my son works there. And one time I had to go in the morning for fruit for my boss. And I went in and I saw these 98-cent salads. Actually, one time it was 2 for $3, and those were normally $4.99 each. So that was a great deal. And then another time, 98 cents. So I texted my son yesterday, and 98. Well, I went in a couple days ago. Well, Monday, and then I went in yesterday, and I actually paid full price for the dill pickle one because I love that one. So, but I think it's Asian Crunch salad kit. I don't know if it's called Asian Crunch, but it's Asian salad kit. And 98 cents each, and I got 3 of them. I forgot it last night at work. So for dinner last night, I cut up 2 cucumbers. I had this organic, vegan, I think even, ranch dressing from Sprouts. Mix that together with some spring mix salad that I had, and ate that. And then I had some rice cakes, and I put some peanut butter on those. And then I had a scone, cinnamon scone. It was small. It was like that small. So, but I ate half, and then I really wasn't in the mood to eat the other half. And then, I don't know, like an hour later, I ate the other half. But, and this is something I saw on, I'm not sure it was Instagram or Facebook. I'm not on TikTok, so I don't, well, evidently I have an account, but I don't know where that came from. I think I wanted to watch something that someone posted about TikTok, and I did it, but I don't post, I don't follow anybody, whatever. And it says your wilty, things like your spinach salad, your arugula, your regular salad, whatever. Sorry. Put it in, like, I have the bullet, magic bullet, or a food processor, or a blender. But I think they use something like the magic bullet. Put it in there with a little olive oil and some seasoning. And she did that. And I don't know if she put anything. She might have put a little water in. I'm not sure. Or maybe some kind of liquid, like vegetable broth. And then pour it over pasta, like a pesto. And she said it was yummy. So I'll have to try it. Might have been olive oil and avocado oil. I'm not sure. But I'll have to try that because I have from the 4th of July weekend, and it looks good, even though it was used by the July 6th. But arugula and some other kind of thing. Might be spinach, actually. And I might do that and just go to the dollar store and get some pasta, because even now in the stores, you used to be able to get like 89 cents, 69 cents, 89 cents, more recently 89 cents or 99 cents for pasta on sale. Not anymore, not even the store brand. So that's a little tip. And I don't know who this is calling. Oh God, go away. Ugh, these telemark, well, I don't know, salespeople. I don't know what they're called these days, but I don't know. But I'm almost back to work, and I will have to end this soon. in a minute or two. But, oh, the other thing is, Kenny, I really would not get aroused, I don't know if that's the word, until after that night with him. And oh my God, I don't know if it's the weather, if it's what it is, or it was just being with him that one night that, you know, lit that fire in me. And I don't know. It's just like, I'm like, oh my God. So part of me is hoping, I'm trying to forget, because that's always amazing between us. Always has been, I should say. Don't know, it's been a while. So that would probably satisfy me. I don't know. But I don't know if he's up for that. But, yeah. So, it's sparked me. And I don't like that when there's, I mean, you lit a fire, Kenny, and then you crapped out. So, I don't know. But I'm back at the office, and my bosses are looking on the cameras. They're like, who the hell is she talking to? But, all right, I will talk to you all later. Happy hump day. If only we were. LOL.